Okay. It looks like we're live on we're live on all of it. Okay. Welcome live from the crossroads of America to a talk show about guns, politics, or anything else that crosses my mind. Answer questions from the audience. Just type them in the chat boxes down there, and I'll try to get to them. Also, you can email me at Rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. We are broadcasting on gun channels and YouTube. So there you go. If you want to join the panel, the link is over on the gun channels side. Just click on it and you can jump in. Who we got? Right now we got Jason Stewart and G Webbs and Kingpin on YouTube. On gun channels, we've got G Webbs, Gun Hob, David Bolin, John Brown Productions, Dead Horse are on gun channels. So wow, we got more people on gun channels than we have YouTube. That's good, you know. But anyway, I said the link is in the gun channels chat there if you want to join the panel. And at the moment in the panel, I don't need anybody else. I can make it with this is just one guy. I've got David, the Kingpin Bolin. How you doing?
I'm good, Rick, man. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me, brother.
No problem. It's early days. It's Saturdays. Everybody knows that I've cut this to every other week, so people aren't used to me being here. But that's okay. According to this little thing up here in the corner of my Hangout screen, besides telling me I'm live, it says Hangouts on air is going away August 1st. For quick streaming, try youtube.com/webcam. Well, I've looked into that. Yes, it will get me basically what you see now. But I couldn't figure out there's no way to invite guests in. So it's just a one-on chat with me chatting. So, I mean, if all else fails, I can always do that. You know, then we got those other ones people are trying, SteamYard and all that. And, you know, I'm just getting over it. I'm fighting it. I don't want to change. I hate change. So,
yeah, I was pretty much holding my breath and stomping my feet yesterday about the whole StreamYard. It was the first, like, watching people do it and test it. It was cool. But when I was actually on the panel last night for the first time,
yeah,
you know, I was throwing a little temper tantrum before the show. And once the show got started, Gary paid for the month subscription. So he had a couple of different options that the free one doesn't have. But he did such a good job hosting the show yesterday. And then even the after hours, like the after show, was still pretty cool. The problem with the after show is you still have the people backstage thing to where you can't you'd have to pull people out. So it's kind of hard the text chat still works, but I don't know. It seems like it could be pretty cool. I think you might like it.
Yeah, but then again, I know while we're on live, we're talking about it. I don't know how much the monthly subscription is going to be for StreamYard.
Well, it's $25 a month if you pay per month, and there's no contracts.
Okay.
And if you pay for a year, it's $20 a month, which, you know, it's $240 for a year. But there's free. The free part is free, and there's still a bunch of options in the free part that you could still run your show off of.
Yeah. But if you go to, I mean, like Hangouts or Google's is calling it, what they call it now? Google
Meet, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, whatever. But I mean, I can get the Hangouts just like we got right now for $6 a month.
Yeah, sure. That's what I'm saying. You know, just waiting. You know, this is all new, and it's kind of been.
Yeah.
It hasn't really been thrown on everybody at once because there's been plenty of warning about this happening. So, you know, people knew it was coming. They just didn't get prepared for it.
Well, basically that's it. I was hoping that you know, I was hoping Hangouts would keep postponing their
But
date. They're going to shut it down. You know.
well, but I mean, everybody did.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like it's just you or just me because I haven't done anything at all. So as it works its bugs out, people try new things, and
Yeah.
something will find out, fit our niche for the things
Well,
that
it
we
will. It
want.
will.
And
It will. I said I'm more likely try it also, but I might also subscribe to Hangouts for $6 a month if I'm not on their contract. That way, once a program is being found, it's easy to use. I can swap over. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's
and the bonus of being able to sign up month at a time is, you pay $6 or $25 or whatever the price is for whatever service for that month. And if you don't like it, you don't have to use it ever again. Or you can wait 6 or 7 months for them to make a few beta changes and try it again for a month. You're not locked in for a year or 2 years.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, we got a few more people have joined us over here on YouTube. We got Single Shot and Fine Ape. Unknown users joined us. G Webs is over there, and all kinds of good stuff. Yes. All right. Let's. I don't. If anybody wants to join the panel, go over to Gun Channels, and the link's there on my Gun Channels page. So if you're not a member of Gun Channels, you should be. It's free. So, all right. Oh, I know what. I don't know if it's going to work. Let me try this for a second. I've got. Was it John Brown Productions? I'm not sure. I can't remember who it was, but it's one of these. Sent me a photo, and let me see if we'll share it. Is that photo showing on the screen?
Not in the Hangout screen. And hold on, I had the YouTube side paused.
Okay, hang on.
No.
No, that's not.
Are you
Oop,
screen sharing on Hangouts?
yeah.
Yeah, you have to go back to the website. Once you hit screen share and it brings you back to the Hangout, you got to go back to that page.
So yeah, well, I'm trying to share. I'm trying to share a photo, so it's not actually on a web page.
Right. Well, you just have to go back to whatever you were trying to share. You have
Yeah,
to go
well, it ain't
back to
gonna.
that screen.
Yeah. Oh well. Should have practiced before I opened up. That's all right. Uh, Rob D. New York Outcast has joined us in the thing. That's good. Oh, I do have one thing to mention. Yesterday, a first for me, is living in Indiana. I mean, and stuff. I actually carried open yesterday. You know, I actually I went out yesterday and I had a T-shirt on, but I had it on my right side. I actually had it lifted up over the gun so people could actually see it because it's legal here in Indiana. To open carry as long as you got a carry permit. And I thought, hell, why not? So that's what I did yesterday when I went out. And nobody noticed, nobody cared, nobody said a damn thing. Loved it. If I had done that in Rhode Island, oh my God, I would have had the SWAT team all over the place within minutes. But that's because of the attitude. I don't know. I guess that's the wrong word. It's the way people were brought up or lived with, because it's so gun control up in the Northeast is so tight. People aren't used to seeing stuff like that.
Last weekend,
Here it's an everyday thing.
last weekend I was in West Virginia at my friend's house, putting some stain on his deck, and across the street from his development is this big open wooded area where they're gonna build the next neighborhood at. So we were over there shooting, and one of his busybody neighbors came over and was like, this is a residential neighborhood. Don't you know that you can't be shooting guns here? And the dude was like, look, I've lived here for 2 years, and this is exactly where they came to tell me to shoot. So I know I can shoot right here. And she goes, oh, well, it's so dangerous, the bullets. And we're like, ma'am, if you look right there, we're shooting into a berm. Because they had they brought the machine through and cut. So there was a wall of dirt we could shoot into. We're like, man, we're shooting right into a berm right there. There's nowhere our bullets are going anywhere. And she goes, oh, okay, that makes me feel better because last week somebody was over there shooting off a semi-automatic just into the woods. And I was like, we try to be as cool as with her, instead of being
Yeah.
a jerk, But when she left, I was like, I can't believe it. We finally got semi-automatic.
Oh, yeah. She got semi-automatic. See, the words made its way into the vocabulary.
And look, my friend was standing there with his AR right in his hand, like he was, taking shots right as she pulled up with her A. So she couldn't tell. Plus, I had just finished doing a 30-round mag dump before she came over the hill. So why was she didn't think we were shooting semi-automatics?
She didn't even know what a semi-automatic was anyway. So, you know.
The funniest part,
more like that's what brought her over the hill, was hearing that rapid fire.
well, that's what she said. She said it was the noise, and this is a residential neighborhood, and we're like, first of all, we know that we can be over here. We've already talked with everybody about it, but I say 3 hours later, when the sun went down, the entire neighborhood started shooting off 4th of July type of fireworks. I mean, it was crazy loud. And right next to their development is a military airport where like the big C-10 airplanes take off from and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when one of these and once a day, one of those C-10s take off and vibrates the entire neighborhood. So for her to be worried about us shooting a few rounds off, yeah, she just heard a gunshot and wanted to come over and complain about it.
Oh, yeah, that's all that was. You're right. That's all that was. You're right. Anyway, one of my topics here, I mentioned it before we went on air. So hoping we have some more panelists to discuss it, but hell, I think we can make a good job of it. I was just reading an article, it's been out before, I believe, but it reprinted it to a story to do with the Governor Cuomo. One of his famous quotes attacking the 2A was, what he said, "To hell with democracy. We're use massive legal fees to force gun makers and such to bow to our demands." In other words, he's talking about financial situations and stuff like this. If you don't do what we want, you won't be able to operate in this state. To me, that's totally unconstitutional. But that's what they did. That's what they did and are doing to the NRA too. They're not only on their NRA carry guard. They told insurance companies, drop it or you won't be able to do any business at all in this state. And of course, here it comes. It comes down to the bottom line of the good old mighty dollar. The insurance companies are thinking, is it worth taking a few $1,000s from, the NRA carry guard as a yearly thing, or the millions we can make out of the New York State insurance business? Of course, they're going to go for the millions of dollars they could make. They don't want to lose that. It's a shame that they are being forced into there. I see you, Night Strike. Did you want to come into this conversation?
I have to yell, shall not be infringed, and I don't give a damn about your demands. What about my demands? We've got demands too. There are thousands of us that don't want any more gun laws. We want some of our rights back. I don't give a shit if they want to impose more shit on us whatsoever. The answer is no. Not one more inch, not one more mile, shall not be infringed, and go fuck yourself.
I understand exactly where you're coming from, Night Strike. I really do. And I think
that's directed towards Cuomo, of course.
Oh yeah, but he's got. Right now he's got the power because the people put him there. But the people who put him there are mainly around. I mean, because New York City is not even the capital of New York, and
It's not. It's Albany.
Say what? Albany or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's Albany.
Yeah. I mean, it's big cities like New York City there where there's more Democrats in that locale that outnumbers the Republicans that are in the whole state.
Yeah,
more gun friendly.
Yeah, and what bothers me is everybody in the fucking city dictate for the entire state when everybody in the fucking city never leave the fucking city. Okay, so the people who live out in the county, out where there's actual land, there's trees, there's grass that you never see in New York City, that you could do some shooting, some hunting and whatnot. But the assholes in the city are dictating laws for the people who live outside in the country.
Hey,
where the hell does that make sense?
Hey, the people voted them in there.
California.
Hey, Patriot, how you doing?
It makes sense in California, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I heard California is splitting off into three islands, so it's fine.
Midnight Range just said, did the Night Strike just tell Rick to go fuck himself? And G-Web said yes.
No, I was telling Cuomo to go screw himself.
Yeah. And Midnight Range goes, wow, a drive-by, fuck yourself. Mind the language, please.
If I could get Cuomo to hear that, you know what? It would be worth it. It would be worth it.
It would be. I mean, but that's unfortunately, as I was saying, it's those kind of threats to companies, financial institutions telling them you're not going to do business in the state of New York if you do banking with gun manufacturers. What is a bank going to do?
You know what the solution is?
Amazon as well.
The solution is don't do business in New York. Take all your business outside of New York and let New York burn.
Didn't they also just do that with Amazon and blocked a whole bunch of jobs that would have been there that are somewhere else?
Yeah, but you're right. But I understand that would be the right thing to do. But really think about it, Night Strike. I guess if you were the CEO of, we know they're anti-gun anyway, but say Bank of America, right? And New York State says to you, drop doing business with ABC Gun Company that's here in New York, or we won't allow you to operate in this state at all. Because you just can't start a bank like that. You have to get a license and everything through the state. Well, they make everything complicated, but that Bank of America is going to say, well, sorry, ABC.
Well,
I want to keep the millions of dollars I'm making elsewhere.
Guess what, Rick? If they make that threat, you record that threat, you publicize that threat, and you go to court with that threat. Because guess what? It's against the law to do that.
But
that is against federal law.
That also goes the other way, like in Louisiana, where they said if you don't allow us to play with firearm manufacturers or whatever, then we won't give you money to build your streets and all the loans we give you. So it can work both ways.
It can, but unfortunately, it seems it's working the other way.
Yeah, well,
I'm just saying
New York is weird.
Night Strike anyway. So.
Dead Horse wants to know why Night Strike is yelling at Rick.
I'm angry, that's why. And I'm not yelling at Rick. I'm yelling for Rick because Rick is not fired up enough about this. He's not angry.
Oh, I'm angry. I'm doing my part down here in Indiana. I don't think it's right at all. I feel, all we can do is just keep plugging away. That's all we can do.
If I was the president of Bank of America, where it's in the name America, and some state or county or locale said that to me, well, one, all calls are recorded for quality assurance, and two, I got your ass. I got a recording of your ass saying that. So hey, newspapers, check this out. Look at what they're trying to do. Hey, hey, lawyers. They're trying to subvert federal law. Go after them. And we're Bank of if I was president of Bank of America, we're Bank of America. There's this thing called freedom. Maybe you might have heard of it. Maybe you might not have, because you're in New York and you've never left the city. You don't understand what real freedom is like, because you're stuck in a 4x4 all day. But the answer is no.
Hey, that's what I would tell them. But unfortunately, by the looks of it, they're not. These big companies are bowing to the.
And it's time some of these big companies,
because it's all to do with the mighty dollar.
But it's time some of these companies grow a pair of balls.
I know.
It's like someone has cut the company's balls off.
I think Louisiana told one of those people, "Well, you ain't getting what you want for what because I can't remember what that was. It was a few months ago. Louisiana stopped somebody from doing something by taking the money away from them.
And you have to realize that a lot of those people that run those banks are the same way. They don't like guns, so they'll take any excuse they can. So you can't just focus it on bouncing like that. I don't really know where you guys started this conversation, but just I don't know.
Oh, Rob D. New York Outcast, Cuomo told all New York gun owners to leave his state in a press conference regarding the SAFE Act. So there you go.
I have questions about New York City and voting and all that stuff. Obviously they make it pretty easy to vote. Do they give out free bagels or something? I don't understand how. Because normally, if anywhere, you only get a certain percentage that actually go out and vote, actually take the time to do it. So I'm just wondering how that all works there. Because it's interesting, because everything is vertical. So I'm sure they have their voting precincts and all that stuff too. But that doesn't have anything to do with how they vote. I'm just wondering how they go around and is it subverted somehow?
Oh, I don't know. I would imagine Israel. New York City is kind of corrupt. But as I was saying earlier, I don't know if you heard me. There's more concentration of Democrats in the big cities of New York State. The numbers, they just outnumber the blue outnumber the red. Even if you look, New York State has got lots of red in it, but the blue outnumber them, so the blue is never going to win.
But you have to kind of look at that.
Never going to win. Sorry.
And why is that? That's most main huge cities are like that. So there's more to it, I think, than just saying they're all Democrats or something like that. I don't know. Do they have more of a push for Democrats in the city? Do city leaders make it easier for campaigns and stuff like that? I'm sure that's part of it, but there are conservatives that do live there. Now, I don't know if they just don't get bothered with it. There's a lot of people there, and I guarantee you can walk the streets for 2 blocks and nobody can say anything to you, even though it's shoulder to shoulder. So I think it pushing for them to get involved and things like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of crazies that move there because it is crazy.
Yeah. As Ozzy Osbourne said, it's not only New York. Take the state of Illinois. You got Chicago and
did I just hear that right? Chicago? Oh, hell, yeah.
And yeah, that's how I pronounce it. If you don't like it, bite me.
I will.
and the actual capital of Illinois, which I can't remember off the top of my head right now.
Springfield.
Yeah, right. They had the population is strong, it's more populated there than the rest of Illinois. Illinois is very gun friendly until you get to those two areas. But unfortunately, they got more people to outvote them. I mean, that's just there's New York and Illinois. You know what I'm saying? It's what do they do? I mean, I don't know. Voted. I mean, when you think about it, what is there in the United States in the whole United States of America? Was there what 340 million people? All right, some of them are kids and everything else. So but when you think about it, the last election, what Trump got 60 million or 61 million, and Hillary won the popular vote by an extra 2 million. But okay, so 60 and 60, that's only 120 million people. Where's everybody else? That wasn't
you got to
the
kind of
total
look at the
voting population.
Yeah, you got to look at the number, because there's a lot of stinky kids too, and criminals. They can't vote unless you're from North Carolina or whatever. But
yeah, so it's a numbers game. It's all. I mean, it comes back to what I said earlier. Everything comes down to the mighty dollar. It really does.
See, that's another thing, is it depends on the state too, because Michigan, we've had Detroit's always been liberal, Flint's been liberal. I mean, they've been pushing that for as long as I can remember, but our state has never really went too far because the rest of the state still had power, up until this last election where they decided that whoever's in can change the districts and all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot to that, but it was or has been, set so that, the city couldn't control the rest of the state, because there's a lot of state that isn't, urban. So up until that last election, this past one, it was pretty much kind of guarded that, the people in the UP or the, northern part of the state didn't have to worry that Detroit was going to tell them how to, whatever, drive or, what kind of gas they could buy.
Oh yeah, you're right. Just real quick, Midnight Range has turned the YouTube chat into food chat. So he's talking about fish right now. Somebody else fish grilling fish on the grill. Yeah, that's what he's talking about right now.
I just seen a guy talk about a burger and the bun was a sushi bun. I don't know where that would have been.
I mean, at the River Dog Stadium here in Charleston, they've got they what they do is they take a Krispy Kreme donut, they cut it in half, like a bun, and then they put a burger in it, and
they give them away because Krispy Kremes are horrible, right?
No, they sell them, and it's basically a Krispy Kreme burger. I know it sounds awful, but it's actually pretty fun. Pretty fun, and it's actually delicious, but it's awful for you. So don't eat it.
I've had an ice cream taco before.
Yeah. Well, I'm throwing some bratwurst on the grill from after the show today. By the way, if anybody's interested.
Yeah.
You just saved the country, Rick, because I was about to go full empire dictatorship and force everybody to eat food for regular people. So you just saved the whole country from my wrath.
I did. That's good. That's good.
Well, David, if you try and do that, I will rebel against you. I will secede.
Do you eat mayonnaise?
Mind you, I'm going to take this bratwurst.
Oh no! Here it goes. He's gonna ruin it. He's gonna ruin it.
I'm not going to use mayonnaise on it. I'm actually going to squirt hot English mustard on it.
Ooh.
So
now you're tempting us.
See, I would go regular yellow mustard and just put like Tabasco sauce on top.
Yeah, that would work too. That would work too. You know. There we go. I was eating. I think I ate too many last night. I actually ate. I ate during the whole. I mean, I'm talking about from maybe 5 in the evening to about 11 o'clock last night. You know, while I was watching TV, I ate a whole jar of pickled onions, and my stomach is telling me that this morning. I'm telling you. So it's well, man, did I enjoy them last night, but I'm paying for it today. So. All right, back to what? Anyway, where were we talking about? Anyway, was that. Also, where I was going with that Cuomo thing is, I mean, besides, like I said, he's forcing these companies, to, he's doing it now to, using the First Amendment to get these companies to hurt the Second Amendment. It's pretty sad what New York's doing, but he's getting away with it. And I think it's a damn shame. It really is.
Hey, Rick, could I suggest a video?
Yes.
Single Shot put out a video, I believe it was this morning, or it could have been yesterday morning. They kind of all blend together. His latest video was talking about, I can't remember the number, 1620, something in California that was basically, it's in committee right now about making concealed carry insurance, where they're pushing it as, murder insurance or something.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting, for anybody out there, follow it. And if you're not out there, write their senators.
Yes. Also talking about that, I mean, everybody's going on about like New York with the NRA and the carry guard insurance. New York is also going after United States Concealed Carry Association's insurance too, and Washington State's going after the United States Concealed Carry Association too on their insurance. So it's a nasty business going on. It's a shame. It's a shame that they're doing down and dirty tricks actually to get their way, and it all comes back to what I was saying: the big old mighty buck. You gotta. I mean, I love capitalism, but sometimes it can come back to hurt you.
That's if they're trying to control it. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, you can talk about it on your butt all you want, but unless you get up and start fighting back against it, nothing's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, Single Shot just put it in the chat. California, AB 1602.
California's lost.
Well, no, I wouldn't.
It's not.
No.
That's just a dumb thing to say.
No, I mean,
That's just like saying New York. We just said that the cities are the ones that are controlling it.
I listened to a few things.
Go ahead. Sorry.
That's right. I said I was listening to a few things. People, 5 years ago, people were saying Illinois was lost, but now they got concealed carry, and they're, some of their gun laws. It's too strict there, but weren't they the last state to get concealed carry?
Yes.
People
and
saying that
over 60 counties that are sanctuary counties for Second Amendment.
So you can't. California is going to be a tough sell. It's going to be a tough win, but it's not impossible.
It's so tough a sale. I don't ever want to visit.
Yeah. What amazes me is I noticed, I haven't watched it yet, but Guns and Gadgets brought out, what was it? Red flag laws coming to Hawaii. I don't know how in the hell you even buy a gun in Hawaii. I know you can't. They say they have concealed carry. I think it's May issue in Hawaii. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but they don't.
This way, that's why they're being taken to court, and that's why they're trying.
They deny anyone that applies for a permit. So
Yeah.
if they deny everyone who applies for a permit, then a guy went and open carried, and they said no, that's illegal too. Well, you can't have one way without the other.
Exactly. So
that's why they're taking that to court, because the local courts said, well, you can't, or they had a split decision, and the first decision was you can't have concealed carry if you don't issue them. So you got to have it. If you don't issue concealed carry permits, you got to have open carry.
Exactly, and I believe the Supreme Court said that now haven't they got so much time? They wanted to take it the en banc. Is that where they were all the whole Ninth Circuit judges do it?
Yeah. They're trying to get it en banc.
And now the problem is if it goes against them, then it would go to Supreme Court. Then that will affect the whole country.
It will affect the whole country, and it should. It should, for better or for worse. It should go up to the full Supreme Court instead of just these guys or those guys. It should be fought with tooth and nail, and everyone should be watching it closer than they are. But again, getting the Supreme Court to hear a gun case at all, period, is a challenge in itself, because apparently they're so busy, and I say that with air quotes, because they're so busy hearing every other case that they just can't get to gun cases for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, I agree to a certain degree. I mean, growing up,
they're just choosing not to hear the case.
When I was in school, when I went to American schools, because I did go to British schools, when I went to American schools, they always said the Supreme Court, whatever happens, you can always take it to the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court does not hear every case that comes to them. And what in the hell do we have them for?
And here's the thing. They say they have all these other cases that they have to go over. Well, if you don't hear this case, if you don't hear any gun cases whatsoever for 10 years, what the hell are you going over? Because it makes everybody think that you're actually not doing any work whatsoever, and you're only choosing one case a year to deal with. That's what it sounds like. You're only choosing one or two cases a year, when you could probably take maybe 10, 20, 100.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. It sounds like people get appointed to the Supreme Court where they don't have to do anything, and they choose not to do anything. But, when people actually look at them, they kind of twiddle their thumbs to make it look like they're working, but they're not. And yeah, maybe I'm being overcritical of the Supreme Court. And you know what? That's maybe I am. But the fact is, not seeing a gun case for 9, almost 10 years, that's messed up.
Oh, it is. It is. And the reason for that is unfortunately, this, from the way I've read, whether it's been like this for how long, I don't know, is they normally don't pick up a case unless they feel that it's, they're either going to win or lose. If they feel they got 5 judges that will vote in favor of whatever it is they're looking at, then they'll pick it up. If they don't touch it, which is wrong.
Because they don't want to have a split decision. That's why. Because if the Supreme Court has a split decision, then there's no higher authority. There's no higher authority to take it to.
I know. But no matter which way it goes now, it's always 5-4. But if you want, but what I'm saying is the 4, say you got the 4 judges there right now, because what's his name's Stu Flaky. They say it's
Kavanaugh.
Not Kavanaugh, but no, the one that's already there. He flip flops all the time. Is it Roberts? Is it Kennedy? Whichever one of those is that's there, he flip flops, and you can't. You can't turn. So you got 4 judges now. Will say, yeah, we'll pick up that gun case. It's a Second Amendment, and we know what the Constitution says. But if they can't guarantee that 5th vote, they normally will not pick it up. Which, in some ways, it's good.
That should be against the law.
It's good for the Second Amendment because it doesn't become a national disaster. You know, but it's a shame. It's a shame that it's a shame politics has got into the Supreme Court. That's what it comes down to.
To me, it just sounds like they don't want to actually do any work since they've been appointed to the Supreme Court, and that they're not going to take any cases.
Yeah. Well, actually,
like to me,
those judges don't do any of the work anyway. Their clerks do. The clerks do all the work. They do all. I mean, they research all the cases. They do all the write-ups, everything else. There's 9 judges just sit there and listen when people go in there to do the what in the hell do they call it when they go up there and speak their piece. And,
yeah, I mean, if you want a job where you don't do anything, just become a Supreme Court justice.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Next thing on my topic was the good old NRA, and I was reading an article yesterday that at the moment they are $148 million down on revenue so far this year. Because people are not, I mean, it's not only us, regular Joes who pay $25 a year, the big donors. I've been reading there is some donors out there that, I guess it's all tax write-off, but they donate millions to the NRA or holding their money back because of what's going on.
Everybody's pissed off. If they thought they could get away with, embezzlement or spending frivolously, well, I guess they had another thing coming to them.
Well, we're going to see. I mean, what I'm hoping is it's going to, because from what I can,
if some of the bigger guys are watching some of the little guys and seeing how pissed off we're at, if they're taking any of us, into account to their decision to donate big bucks to the NRA, well, then I'm glad. Or if they're just waiting to see if the fire goes out, well, then you know what? Wait and see.
Unfortunately, what I'm afraid of, right? They're going to. It's not only what. Yes, Wayne needs to go. Plus his second in command. What's her name? The president of the NRA now. She needs to go. There's about 5 people at the top that need to go.
They do.
But unfortunately, the way it got set up when they had the revolt back in the 70s, right? There's no way of getting rid of them. The only way, hopefully, they'll see that as their revenue is getting smaller and smaller, they'll have the decency to say, "Okay, we're out of here. We're going." Or they're going to.
What if Wayne gets indicted for embezzlement? What if Wayne gets indicted for embezzlement? Could that remove him if he goes to jail? He loses all his rights.
Yeah, so I reckon he could get that. Yes,
that would remove him, wouldn't it?
It would.
Not that I want to see it happen. Maybe just a little bit. But it's just, if that happened, then yeah, then we could get somebody in there. But if we can't get rid of Wayne LaPierre,
oh no, yeah, if you can't get rid of those top 5 people, and Wayne's at the top of the list, it's nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, Cox is gone. Wayne, cut Cox off. And believe it or not, the board isn't as big as it was. Like, they kicked out half of the board too.
Yeah, and what a shame was when they had that so-called board meeting where
When he was unanimously
Wayne got
reelected.
voted back in, half the board didn't even show up to vote. And they didn't vote on it. What happens if nobody votes? It's an automatic. It's automatic. And that's what happened. That's how Wayne got to be it again. You know, because they didn't vote on it. Because I guess there wasn't enough people there or whatever. Anyway, it's we've gone
only one person's vote.
But where I'm going is the NRA. I mean, was it DC now has I think DC now has asked for their they're looking into the 501c thing. They're asked for all the records and stuff. That's not New York. This is Washington DC. So they are in trouble big time. And I think, they might not be able to get out of it this time. Even if Wayne steps down, they are going to take a hit in the courts.
Now they did the stupidest thing though. They registered the NRA in the state of New York. Okay, they registered the 501c4, I think it is, in the state of New York. I would have never done that. I would have chose somewhere like Wyoming or Kansas. One of those Midwestern states where they like guns. That way, someone. Okay.
I understand what you're saying. They registered, but don't forget, they started in New York 150 years ago.
Right.
That's why they're registered there. But how? I mean, is it that easy to deregister from New York and register somewhere else?
Well, even if they lose the registration or standing in New York, that does not mean that they can't just go to another state and just register in another state. That's the thing. And quite honestly, they could very well do that. Because remember, their headquarters is in Virginia, but the way business works is you can register in any state, more or less, for your business. But if you're going to run your business outside of that state, you have to register in that other state as you're doing business as a foreign corporation, okay, a foreign company. A lot of companies do that. YouTube does that because YouTube is technically registered in the state of Delaware, but they're doing business as a foreign corporation in California, where their headquarters is.
Yeah,
I'm using them as an example, but the thing is, the same method works for a nonprofit like the NRA as it would a for-profit company. It doesn't matter whether you're a for-profit or a nonprofit like a 501c4 is. The issue is that, if they lose their standing in New York, okay, if Wayne goes to jail, oh no, oh, that's awful. But whoever's left there to pick up the pieces at the NRA can go register in another state, reform the NRA, and be done with it. Is what I'm saying. So, worst comes to worst, Wayne goes to jail, no skin off our back, really. But, maybe we get somebody better in there. Maybe we get somebody who actually listens. I don't care. As long as something happens. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, also,
it sucks to lose a 150-year-old, nonprofit corporation.
It is considering it's only been the last 40 years that the NRA got very political.
Yeah, and it sucks to lose that status.
The NRA that has fucked us.
Yeah. All right. What is that website that Clover's been talking about? The SaveThe2A.com.
Save the 2A.
Yeah. I suggest you check that out.
But what I was getting at, guys,
down and waiting for anything to burn. That's kind of
even if the NRA loses their nonprofit status, there is nothing stopping them from going and registering another state, and then they have the nonprofit status back, because they can do that. Yeah, they lose the 150-year-old registration from New York, but I'll be honest with you. Even if they had to register in another state and they got registered in another state, is it really so bad that they lost the New York registration?
No, but you're right. It's not.
You got to look at it through.
I'm afraid. I mean, what I'm afraid of is trying to separate the ILA arm of the NRA. out of it. The actual NRA with the Eddie the Eagle. I mean, even that gun club I belong to in Rhode Island, right, received $1,500 from the NRA to help build new targets because they were bringing in the Boy Scouts and all this kind of stuff. That side of the NRA does a fantastic job, but it gets overshadowed by all this other bullshit. We need to save that side of the NRA.
Right. And that's why the NRA, the way they've structured it, it does three different things. You've got the legislation, you've got, the part that helps people, and then you've got, the main part of the NRA, which, I have no idea what they do. But again, that's why it probably needs to be split off, maybe separated. I know it sounds awful, but maybe it's time. Maybe they've gotten too big to be one organization overall. Maybe they need to be split up into three different organizations.
Yeah.
Or however many, But all I was saying, business wise, they lose the New York standing. That doesn't mean anything because they can go and register in another state and be done with it. They get their standing back. So it doesn't really matter if they lose it or not. While yes, it sucks that it's an old registration, 150 years old. Yeah, that sucks. But again, moving away from New York doesn't sound like a bad idea in general.
Well, especially with the way the state, the way the New York government is acting towards them, yes, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Gun website says maybe you should know how the NRA is before you cut it up. So, I don't know. Besides, there's all kinds of chat going on here. They're talking about Miracle Whip now, using it with grilled cheese sandwiches. You see that, David? You've been reading that?
Interesting.
Yeah, I see that, and I'm writing it all down and reporting all of them.
Okay, all right. Who we lost? We lost Night Strike. Not Night Strike. We lost Patriot. Obi comes back. All right. Okay, real quick before we move on, though, I want to do my. If Night Strike can quit repeating himself, the issue is not the location of the organization, but how it was run and who goes to jail and who can still be an organization. There you go. I'm just reading what's in the chat there, Night Strike. That's not me. Don't shoot the messenger.
I don't care. He can have his. He has the right to his own opinion. I don't have to agree with it, but he has the right.
That's right. Yes, you're right. Food chat is essential, Vanessa. It really is. But anyway, I want to do my quiz from 2 weeks ago. I said the prize is a bunch of patches, some sample oil. It's a bunch of stickers here. Got a cool Don't tread on me sticker. Not sticker, that's a patch. I think that's great. Then I got the Every Second Matters patch in here. My stickers in here. Okay, it's like a double thing because I do every 2 weeks now. Swag pack. That was for the question for last week and 2 weeks ago. And from what I can figure out, I went through all my emails. I even went through my trash and made sure I didn't delete any that shouldn't have. And I had a grand total of 4 people enter. So,
well, don't give it to the same guys you did last week.
Well, I think I don't think he entered this week. Let's have it. No, I don't believe he did. Okay, let me do the draw now. Oh, come on. This machine is rigged.
Press the button again.
No. He hasn't won. I don't think he's won in about a year, but he hasn't entered that often either. The winner is, I don't even think he's here today. The winner is Sean Connery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sean Connery is the winner. Oh, by the way,
I want to recount.
Yeah. By the way, the question was on the 1974 movie with John Wayne called McHugh. I wanted to know what was the weapon he used in the climactic chase on the beach. It was a MAC-10. And I also wanted to know what weapon did he buy at the gun store after the police confiscated his revolver. It was a Brown and High Power. And then also for the bonus question, I wanted to know what revolver was used by the gangster in that last chase. Plus, John Wayne had used a 4-inch and a 2.5-inch barrel of the same gun. It was the Colt Python. Those were the correct answers I was looking for. So, Sean said Sean's the winner of that.
Wait. It was the 1911?
He didn't use a 1911.
Okay, it was Colt Python then.
Yeah, there was the Colt Python, the Brown and High Power, and the MAC-10 was the three questions. And you only had to get 2 of the 3 to be a winner. So, there we go. Okay, now, for the next question, because I'm doing this every 2 weeks, so what's today, the 13th? Let me look at my calendar. So I will be back on the 27th on the Saturday show. Of course, I'm still doing my weekly Wednesday. So, on this one, this is what's this? Chapstick from Barry's Bullets. A pen. Who's this from? Upriser Arms and Components. I got Flaxton stickers here. I got another patch. Just a patch here of a magazine. I got a Marlin sticker. Got my sticker. Got an Every Second Matters sticker. I mean, the no patch. Got stuff from Clover Tech here. Got another one of those Don't Tread on Me patches. Palmetto State sticker. What's this? Glock's a Glock thing. I gotta if you do your own loading, I gotta roll my own sticker. So
that's from Clover Tech.
So this is the prize for today's question, and it's email only. So you email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. And the question is, all right, now I'm not sure how to do this. I got 2 different answers, but we'll see what we got here. On the original TV show, Miami Vice, I want to know what weapon was used by Sonny Crockett. Now, on one thing, it said he was using a particular weapon, and it was often mistakenly identified. I'll give you the brand name as a 6 Hour, but I won't tell you which one. You know? So basically what I want to know is what was he using in that show? Right? Either give me either one. As I said, I researched this and I got 2 conflicting answers. So I'm not sure which one is which. But I will tell you, right? It was used in the original. What I want to know is the original pilot episode. I'm not talking about what gun he eventually ended up using and what Gallico made that special shoulder rig for him that's become world famous. Now, I'm not talking about that gun. I'm talking about the one before that one. And actually, basically in the pilot episode is what I'm talking about. Also, I want to know what gun or pistol, revolver that his partner Tubbs used in the pilot episode. Right? So basically, that's my question. So I want to know what gun Crockett used in the pilot episode, what he actually was using, what it was oftenly mistaken for, and what Tubbs was using in the pilot episode. But where I was going with this was the pilot episode was actually filmed in the spring of 1984, and the gun that he was supposedly using wasn't even in the United States then. It was a European model he used with a Hill Clip magazine. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's what I researched and that's what I found.
Communist.
So email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Yes, Night Strike. So
But what was the yes for?
I saw your side chat.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good.
Yeah.
I love that show, by the way.
Oh yeah. So there you go. You email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. All right. So there we go. All right. Did you notice that the hang on, I think I kept the link to this page for I could get it right. Let me have a look, see if I can find it. Where is it? All right. The Democrats moved to block export rule change that could boost the gun industry. And I think they're going to get away with it because it's got to do with the National Defense Authorization Act. This is where the military get all their money from. You know, the billions of dollars that we give to the military. This is where, yeah, and in that, and I think the government, or I think, the government or the White House put these in there, hoping it would slide through. But the Dems caught it, and now they're trying to change it. They wanted to change several weapons categories from export license and control by the State Department to the Commerce Department. And the Dems are saying, no way, no how. So it's staying right where it's at. So they got to see what happens. Because of course, the Democrats want to ban imports of any kind of weapon whatsoever, and if it was done under the Commerce Department, it would make things a lot easier, from what I can understand.
I want to ban Democrats. I want to ban Democrats. Is there a way we can do this? Can I file? Can I send a bill to a Republican to file a bill to ban Democrats? Is that reasonable?
Put it this way: if the Democrats get their way and do away with the Electoral College, there will be no more Republicans.
I mean, is it reasonable to ask for common sense Democrat control?
What if
it won't get you anywhere?
What if this happened? Check it out. The Democrats' heads would explode. Trump comes out today and says that he's going to put a tariff on all weapons imported into the United States. Then the Democrats would be in such a conundrum they wouldn't know what to do.
You're right. Their heads would explode. That's not a bad idea. It's so good and so simple, it would work. But unfortunately, it's not complicated enough for them, so they won't do it. That's not,
Well, I mean, you think about it. If he puts a tariff on all weapons, period, guns, swords, knives, any kind of weapon imported, then they'd have to fight against it because it's Trump and it's a tariff. But then we'd be like, well, I thought you didn't like weapons. I mean, what's it going to be? Either you don't like weapons or you don't like tariffs. You got to pick one.
That would be a good one. You ought to email him or text him, Twitter him.
I'll call him real quick. Hold on a sec.
Yeah, do that. Give him a call. You got the hotline right to him. How did we lose? Why did we lose Patriot in the Dark?
Well, he might have pressed the wrong
word. Maybe his daughter came home or something. Who knows? But that's all right. We carry on. We're almost over anyway. You know, but that is a pretty good idea, David. It really is. I wish it would happen. You know,
he needs to go to Chicago and say that.
yes. And you're wrong on the second one there, Night Strike, on your side chat.
Really? I thought
Yes.
that was the one he used.
That's the one he used during the majority of the series, but not in the pilot episode.
Really?
That's what I was reading. You could be right, but the research I found, it wasn't. So, Midnight Range is making fun of me and the way how I liberal use of the letter R when I'm talking, like Chicago. You know.
Well, you know how bullies are. He's got all kinds of like insecurities, so he's got to take it out on somebody else. I mean,
Okay,
have you seen it? Have you seen his show?
I have. I have. Yeah, he does have some insecurities. He really does. You know. Yeah. Another thing I've noticed too. I mean, he's. Did somebody criticize his cooking? Because he doesn't do many cooking videos anymore either. I noticed. So.
I think someone took his frying pan away.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
They took his frying pan. You know.
Sadly.
Yeah. Oh, what's called the Oh shit! What's the hell was the name of them? Oh, what's the hell was the name of that restaurant I'm thinking of? You know? Oh hell! Who do you? I mean, he worked for one of them fast food places, didn't he?
The Waffle House.
That's it, the Waffle House. Yeah. They take your frying pan away from you. You know. Yeah, actually,
they might have bumped him back down to district.
Yeah. So, what else is new? Anything? Oh, the other day I drove to town. Oh, I don't know if I told you. I think I said it on the Wednesday show, but if you guys weren't here, I went to the gun store on Tuesday, and I said I went in there, and they asked me what I was looking for. I said, I'm looking for the Smith & Wesson 380 Easy Performance Setter Gold. And they looked at me and they looked at each other. And they go, we ain't heard of that one. I said, but it's out there. Said they had it on display at the NRA, and that's where I saw it at. So, they go, okay, no problem. So they got on the computer looking it up, and he swung the screen around. He said, is this the one you're talking about? I said, that's it. He goes, well, hang on. And he starts clicking away on his computer. He goes, it said we use mainly 2 distributors, and neither one of them has it. And it doesn't say anything on their screen when they'll be getting it. I said, okay. I said, can I put my name? Can I give a deposit? Put my name down or whatever? Because I want one. So they took my name and telephone number. They wouldn't. I said, you want me to put a deposit down? They go, no need. So let's see when the distributor gets it first, then we'll talk about deposits after. I said, okay, that works. Then he's looking at my phone number. He goes, hey, he said, you are an Indiana resident, aren't you? I said, yeah. He said, oh, okay. I said, I said, you're looking at the phone number. I said, yeah. I said, that's my Connecticut. I have a Connecticut area code on my phone because that's originally when I first got a cell phone was in Connecticut 20 years ago.
Yeah, you don't want to change your number.
Why?
You don't need to change your number if you move.
You don't need to change your number nowadays. It's not long. It's not that you're calling long distance anymore on a cell phone. It's all one big happy family. So I just left the number. I've had the same number for 20 years. You know.
Just tell them I moved from another state, and I just don't want to change my number.
That's basically what I said. They said, "Oh, no problem." I said, "I am an Indiana resident. I got a license and all that good stuff." So. You know, they were okay with it. It was just a number through them. You know, you got to remember, I'm out here in the sticks.
Yeah, you know? they paid closer attention to the smaller details in the sticks.
You know, I mean, look at my internet. I mean, the picture sucks because they've had to cut me down to the lowest what they can do. And actually, I'm in the middle of I found another company called it's a local company. They're but they got it here in town, and I talked to some of my neighbors who have it, and even one of my landlords has it, and he said the service is damn good. But I got this stupid form that I got to get my landlord to sign, or they're going to come, because they're not going to come out here do a survey if my landlord doesn't say I can't, in case they've got to drill a hole in the side of the building because it doesn't belong to me because I rent it. So they need the landlord's permission. I said, I can do that, but what happens if you come and do all this and I say, no, I don't want it? You know what I'm saying? I'll get him to sign it for you, but I'm not saying I want it. I want to see what you're offering me first. But anyway, so that's what I'm in the middle of doing now to get better internet service.
Well, what's the name of the company? If you don't mind sharing with us.
It's called psci.net. It's Perry something. It's named after a couple of counties here in the state of Indiana. So it's local. psci.net.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
And they cover my area. I think it's satellite.
What's your closest major city?
Well, on the list I done, it had me listed there. On my down drop, it listed my town in there.
Okay, all right. We won't say that on air. Oh, you just went and said it.
I'm Snailville.
That doesn't look too bad.
No.
They're doing. They can do fixed wireless internet.
I don't know. I don't know if they can do it here. Can they?
So I'm looking at it. Just I just drop down box your what you call it? Your city.
Well, he would have called this a city. Yeah, I think it was 140. I think there's 140 residents in Snellville.
Okay, your town. And if you
We're
scoff at your town,
you
can scoff at town too.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you get
decent internet, go for it.
But we're in what we come under the township of Johnson County or something like that. It's really weird how it works out here in the country. I don't totally understand all this stuff, but
you may have to get a book and do some reading.
Yes, yeah, it's really strange out here. Yeah. I know this town of Snellville was founded in 1865, I believe. Was it 65? So it was a long time ago. It's actually named after a guy called Snell. That's why it's called Snellville. So I know that much. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up because I'm running out of stuff to talk about, and I'm getting hungry. Those bratwursts are starting to look good. I can't help it, guys. Never bratwurst. Anyway. Oh yeah, I know what I was telling you. Besides doing the gun store, I drove all the way to Jasper. That's about a 12-mile drive from me.
Oh, 12 miles. Oh.
Yeah, 12 miles down through cornfields and cows. All the way. Right?
12
and I was going there because I had to pick something up. And I can't, this is how trivial it was. It was the other afternoon. I said, let's go out. Get out and about. I couldn't say get some fresh air because I had to put the AC on because it was about 91 degrees outside. But I'm driving along, minding my own business. I get all the way there, I'm thinking, I know what I had to go for. I was going to the UPS drop-off of package I was returning. I got all the way there, and it didn't open until 4:30. I thought 4:30 to 7. I went, son of a bitch, right? And because it was only about 1 o'clock when I got there or something.
Waste some time. Go to the library.
So I thought, well, no. I turned around. I said, I know. I said, let me hit Dairy Queen on the way home. So I drove up to Dairy Queen. I'm sitting in. There's a car in front of me. I'm sitting in line waiting. Then I'm going. Oh yeah, okay. Let me get my money out. I left my wallet at home. I had no money, so I had to drive all the way home without my ice cream. It was very upsetting. My body thanks me though, because I don't need to put on. I put on weight instead of losing it, and I'm mad at myself. So I'm back on my. I'm sort of. I know eating bratwurst ain't helping my diet any, but you know, instead of eating 6 of them, I only have 3. You know, that's how I diet. I don't cut it out. I just cut it down to what I'm eating. Because if I cut something out, I will just fixate on that item, you know, and until I get it. I know I'm terrible that way, but that's just the way I am. So, all right. So let me wind this down. We'll do some. I want to say thank you to my panel for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to David, the Kingpin Bowling. Any shout outs or plugs?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rick. I appreciate it. Dead Horse will probably fire up another lobby after your show. And then Snob will be on later tonight.
Yes, and is G Webb's doing his Minute Man University this afternoon or this evening? I'm not sure. But Dead Horse is doing his, if you want to get into reloading or doing reloading, jump into that Dead Horse chat. That's very, I mean, if you want, he knows his stuff when it comes to reloading. He really does. All right. Night Strike. Any plugs or shout outs? Oh, G Webb's just said he is doing his Minuteman University this afternoon. So he just typed it into the chat. 2A workshop, Minuteman University this afternoon at 2. It must be 2 his time. So, all right. So, Night Strike, you there? Or did you walk off on me to the Dairy Queen? All right. He's disappeared on us. So,
Everybody can go over and check out guntube.org for a bunch of Pro 2A videos that you can watch. And there's affiliate links to things like Brownell's Sportsman's Guide, Palmetto State Armory that you can go to. And when you're going to buy stuff, use the affiliate links over there, and Light Strike will get a little piece of that he can put back in the GunTube. So go check out guntube.org. If you make videos, you can post them over there, and don't have to worry about the YouTube censorship.
okay, sounds great. Also, I want to say I made a mistake. I just looked at it real quick when I said Minuteman University this afternoon at 2. It wasn't. I didn't mean 2 as in 2 o'clock. It is 2 as in with all the other stuff going on. You have a choice of what you want to join in or listen to this afternoon.
TO, not TWO.
You know, so Night Strike. David just done your plug and shout out for you, but if you wish to do it, go for it.
No, that's good. I got to turn maintenance mode off because I was backing up the database late last night, so I gotta fix that. But yeah, check out gun2.org. Check out the awesome store where we got patches, stickers, magnets, coasters. Everything to support GunTube and to help us continue doing the awesome things that we're doing.
That's right. And GunTube has a fantastic, brand new, fantastic new patch.
Yeah, we also have magnets in the shape of the same of the patch as well.
Oh wow!
I got magnets. I turned the camera on, but again, you don't want to see me with my shirt off because it's like 90-something degrees outside.
Yes, no thanks. That image is just burned into my eye. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't,
Yeah. Says Rick, who's done that to us before. So
Yes, I've sat here without, hopefully not trying to put the camera on without a shirt on. But hey, at least at least Crazy Bob, he would do it. He would sit there without his shirt on.
Oh, and he drink a ridiculous Canadian beer at the same time.
Oh,
But,
yeah. All right, guys.
I put a shirt on, so here we go. I did it just for you guys.
You did?
Yes, I did just for you guys. Here, let's see. I don't know why the camera's not working. It's probably because of
Camera's
OBS.
not working.
I know, it's ridiculous. I should really charge for this software. I swear.
Why isn't the camera working?
I don't know.
There it is. Now we got you now.
See?
So that's the magnet?
That's the magnet. See that?
Oh, wow.
I got these from Sticker Mule.
Okay, yes.
I mean, they're the same size as the gun tube patches.
Cool.
And the gun tube stickers. Check those out. Don't those look awesome?
You got stickers, magnets, and patches. Wow.
Oh, not just patches. Coasters.
Coasters as well. Wow.
We got everything. So, and everything goes to support GunTube and everything we're doing. You know, I had a couple orders last night and today and this morning. I shipped out everything as soon as I could. And you know what? I am more optimistic than ever of the direction GunTube is going. I'm working hard at it. So if you know, I'm gonna send out an update this next week of what's going on and let everyone know how things are going. And watch out, we may be doing something special for the Patreons. So check that out.
Sounds good. Appreciate it. I really do. All right. So that's it, guys. We are calling it a day. I'm going to go fire up the grill, throw my bratwurst on there, and I'll have a good, and I'll be back on Wednesday at 7 p.m. with Shooting with Disabilities. If anybody's got any questions they want asked, you can always send them to me, email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. If you got questions either for Wednesday's Shooting with Disabilities or general questions for my Saturday show, email me. I don't have a problem. I would enjoy the input from all of you who managed to stick around and listen to me. I appreciate it. Talk to you later, all.